Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grandma Hershey Cooks. I'm Grandma Hershey, spelled with a U and not an E, so don't get it twisted. For a minute, I thought the computer was going to act crazy again, but no, it's working. All righty, now I'm glad to know that. Anywho, today is episode 34, and we're making peach cobbler in a different way because there are a lot of diabetics, and because I can't use my erythritol anymore, I'm trying to still find a clear sugar substitute that's natural and also low in sugar. So I decided to use the date sugar. Now, I don't know if you remember, but on episode 23, when we made the tamale pie, I talked about the benefits of date sugar. So if you don't know the benefits, then you can go to episode 23, look for tamale pie, and you'll know the recipe, another show, and it will tell you the benefits of date sugar. It is very low in sugar and carbs. So therefore, this peach cobbler has half date sugar and half regular sugar. So because date sugar turns everything darker, the syrup, the juice looks a little dark, but it still tastes like a regular peach cobbler. So I want you to know that. But the benefits are beneficial for a diabetic and anyone who's watching all their loveliness. Okay. Anywho, so I want to, I guess I just want to get started. Oh no, first what I want to do, and this ring light is acting up. Let's move this up a little taste. Keep trying to make things better. Anywho, so what I did, you know how Grandma Hershey always looking up stuff. I went to see what the average uh, in nutrients, the nutrition value was for half a cup of a regular peach cobbler. So this is what I say about using this day sugar. So the cholesterol in the average peach cobbler is 29. Now in this peach cobbler, the cholesterol is only 5. See the big difference right there? If you have high blood pressure or high cholesterol. Also, the average sugar in a regular peach cobbler is 30.5 grams in a half a cup of peach cobbler. The daily requirement says 25 grams to begin with, although for my chart, I push it up to 50. So anyway, even at 50, if I was to eat the sugar that's in a regular peach cobbler, I'd be done for the day. And diabetics just can't do it. But guess what it is when you use half date sugar? The sugar is only 19.8. See what I'm saying? So just because it looks dark, don't mean you might not want to eat it because it tastes the same. I'm telling you, okay? And then also, I didn't write the potassium down, but the potassium in this peach cobbler is higher than the potassium in your regular peach cobbler. And I got this information from Nutrinix, Nutrionix.com. So you can look it up yourself because Grandma Hershey don't want to pull your leg, all right? Or your toes or your fingers or anything. Remember the joke that the fellas used to do? Somebody pull my finger. When you pull your finger, they act like they let out, letting out some gas. Grandma Hershey don't want to pull your finger, okay? So anyway, let's go ahead and get this going because although I'm not going to actually be putting it in the stove, because for one, it's going to take too long to cook it on top of the stove before you put it in the stove. So I'm just going to walk you through the steps. And then I'm going to show you what my kitchen angels did for me yesterday. You know how wonderful they are. They just love Grandma Hershey. And I love them too. So anywho, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to preheat your oven to 400. That's the first thing you're going to do after you wash your hands. So 1B, washing your hands is 1A. All right. Because you're going to be playing with your food. All right. So anyway, after you do that, then the next easy step is to put everything except for your pie crust into a medium-sized pot. Okay. So the first thing you're going to take is 2 regular cans of peaches. You know, it's 15 ounces in the can these days. And you're going to get the no sugar added, or at least in 100% juice, not the one in heavy syrup. All right, because that's going to defeat your purpose if you're diabetic or watching your lovliness. Had to put this sweater on. It's too much loveliness coming through. Anyway, so we have here 2 cans of peaches, and then also you can get the 29 ounce if they be on sale for a better price. Go ahead and get it. Either that 29 ounce can or 2 regular size can, and that's the sliced peaches, no sugar added, or at least 100% juice. All right, because peaches have natural sugar already. So we're going to put that in the pot first. All right. Then we're going to take 6 tablespoons of margarine or unsalted butter if you like, or do a mix like my beautiful sister suggested. You can do 3 tablespoons of margarine and 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter if you like. So right now we're going to be using the 6 tablespoons of margarine. All right. And it don't have to be melted because it's going to cook into the juices. Then after that, you are going to take 2 teaspoons of nutmeg and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, unless you like cinnamon better than nutmeg, and then you do the reverse. So just put whatever your favorite in as the most, because this is your cobbler boo, and I want you to enjoy it. All right. So then we're gonna have, like I said, 2 teaspoons of nutmeg is what I put in there, a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon of kosher salt, and a half a teaspoon, yes, a half a teaspoon of cornstarch if you want the thick version, because the one that the angels made was without the cornstarch, so it was more juicy, it was a little juicier. However, what happened was as it sat overnight, it got a little thicker anyway. So whichever way you want to do it, boo. So it's half a teaspoon of cornstarch if you want the thicker version. All right. And then you're going to put that in. That's what's in this cup. You're going to put all that in. Then, after that, you're going to put 1/4 cup of regular sugar and 1/4 cup of the date sugar. All right. Now, if you want to use your artificial sweeteners, go right ahead. And the only reason I'm not using erythritol because they said it's not good to use right now. I did do an update search rather, and it didn't say anything different. So I'm not using erythritol. I would love to, because that was perfect. But anywho, forget all of that. We're using, for this recipe, we use 1/4 cup of date sugar along with 1/4 cup of regular sugar. And if you want to use your sweeteners that you like, use it, because that will lower your sugar. Not by a whole lot, because there's not a lot of sugar in the date sugar, but it will at least be clearer. All right. So we're going to put that in. Woo-hoo. See how that powdery that date sugar is? It's powdery. I think it's more, well, should I say more powdery? Or is it powderier? I think it's more powdery. Don't tell my English teachers, they're going to beat me. So we're going to put that into the pot as well. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. All right. So we want a little to the flavor. All right. So, but that little pinch of salt, that 1/8 teaspoon, don't do like I be seeing people do on TV and everywhere. We're going to put a pinch of salt, and they have a whole, I say a teaspoon if you ask me. It's going to raise your blood pressure. All right. So then we're going to turn the stove on to medium high. Really, you can kind of start high to get it to boiling. Because once it starts boiling, then you're going to simmer it for 15 minutes, because you really want the juice to try to thicken up somewhat, okay? So I'm just going to stir this. And so while it's doing all of that, I can show you what the pie crust is going to look like. So what I do is I buy the pie crust in a box. Now, it can be, Pillsbury. It could be Aldi's brand, which I actually like better than Pillsbury, or it can be Best Choice. And so what I did was I unrolled it, and then I sliced it, because we're only using 1 roll. We're not having 2 crusts on this if you have high cholesterol, because the cholesterol and a lot of salt is in pie crust. All right. So unless you're making it yourself with Grandma Hershey, Didn't I? But I use those. So that brings the salt up a little. Okay. So anyway, but you want to slice it like this because you're just putting it on the top and you're going to do your little rick rack crick cross or whatever you want to do. I thought I was being cute with mine, not as cute as I wanted it to be. But anywho, but once all of this cobbler, this filling cooks down, then you're going to pour it into your pie pan, which I say the brownie pan, that little square pan. All right, because this only make 4 servings. Well, 8 half-cup servings. Let's put it that way. But so if you're eating a whole cup, then yeah, 4 servings. But really, it's set for 8 servings because you really don't need it. Because guess what? Now you know most of us like a scoop of ice cream with our peach cobbler. So if you have a half a cup of the peach cobbler that Grandma Hershey made, that gives you some room for that vanilla ice cream. A little bit, okay? That's gonna at least cut down some of your sugar intake. So it won't be so bad and you won't be passing out. I hate to see you pass out, okay? Because peach cobbler is delicious. Okay, so anyway, like I said, we're not gonna stand here and watch this pot boil because it'll take forever. You remember that time we was watching that pot for that soup? We was really trying to get it to boil fast. We couldn't do it. Too bad we're not like I Dream of Genie or Bewitched. We could just blink it. So anyway, but those are the steps for the peach cobbler. And once this gets to boiling, I will simmer it for 15 minutes and pour it into my other pan. So what happens is this. This is what happens with this is the juicy kind. It's a little juicy, and I took some out, but this was my cute little rick rack. If you're more creative, then be more creative, okay? Because we want it to look tasty and appeasing. We want the people to love it, okay? Because really, when you cook something with the people look with their eyes, and the first taste they're actually getting is through their eyes. So can you imagine if it looked horrible? You're like, I don't know that. But if it looks good, they can be like, I'll take some of that, and they might be drooling. Anyway, so okay, it is boiling, so now I'm going to turn this to simmer. And it's going to simmer for 15 minutes. So I'll turn this down and get that boiling. So anyway, but my kitchen angels, they made some yesterday. And so this morning, like I said, it was a little thicker. See? So like I said, it might look a little dark, but I tell you what, it still tastes good. So Grandma Hershey gonna try it out for you. She want to make sure it's not poison. See, so it don't look too bad. Can you see all that? Okay. So Grandma Hershey gonna taste it. I'm telling you, it tastes just like the regular peach cobbler. Grandma Hershey not gonna stay wrong, not intentionally. So guess what? Grandma Hershey gonna take one for the team. Take another piece, another taste. This is really good. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. I am not pulling your leg. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Open your mouth wide. That's some good stuff. Don't let the looks fool you. I'm telling you, you will miss out. That is so good. So anyway, if you like this show, I would like, I want you to see all this fineness. I would like you to click the thumbs up button. Thumbs that go like that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go to subscribe and click the bell. Then click the black bell. That way, every time I come on, you will get an alert to tell you that Grandma Hershey coming on. Hurry up and get your seat. Okay? And then I want you to share this video with everybody you know. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, and share it with your enemies because everybody got to eat. Okay? We got to feed the world. All right? So now I'm going to tell you all the healthy highlights. Calories, 242.4. The cholesterol was 5 milligrams. The sodium was 230.6. The carbs was 34.5. And the sugar is 19.8 grams. So this recipe is basically for a diabetic or anyone who's watching their sugar count, okay? So spread the word. Spread the word. Diabetics, we got another recipe for you, okay? Another dessert. So now let's do our shout outs. I want to shout out to my score mentor, John. And I want to shout out to Reggie because he said that last week when I talked about the foods that ease bloating, he said that his doctors told him the same thing. So thank you, Reggie, for confirming that for me. Then I want to shout out to my friend Kay. Her and her friend Regina watched the show last week. Thank you, ladies. Mwah. Hello, Regina. You're my new friend. So I want to thank them. Then I want to thank my friend Tyrone, we still call brother-in-law, and my brother Hurley. You heard that story before about my brother Hurley, and Deborah DeVore. They shared my video, and I truly appreciate it, guys. I truly, truly do. And then we had a couple of birthdays this week. My friend Patrice had a birthday. And my great grandson turned 1 yesterday. He had a birthday. I call him my boo boo. So happy birthday to you, wonderful people. And then I want to shout out to my sister because she gave me these earrings. Aren't they cute? And shout out to my daughter, Stephanie, because she gave me this wig. So it's getting wig time. So y'all gonna see some wigs again. I ordered some new ones. So get ready. I'm gonna have different looks. Y'all tell me which one you like the best. All right. So anywho, that's about it for today's show. So next week, be back because guess what we making? Some pimento chicken. Being that the heat is practically low, we are making some baked chicken with cream of chicken soup, and it's gonna have pimentos in it to make it sweet. And then we probably put that on some rice or something. But I tell you, that's a good dish. And that chicken just falls off the bone. So come back next week and catch the pimento chicken. Talk to you later. Love you. Have a great, great week. Mwah.